Dodge County Hockey and half going to the winner. Tonight we will be
Good evening and welcome to the broadcast here on KM Activities, your home for the Comets and Dodge County Wildcat Hockey. I'm Joel McCall, and alongside me is Steve Alvarado, and he'll be our play-by-play guy for tonight as the Dodge County Wildcats welcome the Austin Packers. Wildcats, man, they've been playing well. 16-5 overall. They are on a 9-game winning streak. Austin Packers come in at 1-16, 0-11. They're out of the Big 9 conference, and then the Dodge County Wildcats head coach Nick Warden. They're an independent. They're in Section 1, and actually I believe both these teams are. So, yes. So both of them in Class 1A at Section 1. These two teams met way back. I'm talking way back in December. The Wildcats ended up getting that victory 11-2. It was a very physical ball game that night in particular. So, Steve, Wildcats, we joke a lot, you and I do, certainly about the heat and how it's usually super hot or very cold in this arena. Well, here lately, it's been on fire because of how well the Wildcats have been playing.
Yeah, you mentioned it. They come in a 9-game win streak. Brody Lamb has been lighting it up. He's up to 34 goals now on the season. And look to see him continue tonight. As you mentioned, the last time these two teams played, it was a physical contest, and that was the game that Brody was injured in. Didn't end up getting a point in that game because he was injured pretty early, and it's unfortunate that kind of thing happened. So I would hope that the Dodge County boys would just kind of do their talking on the scoreboard tonight and not look for any kind of a payback and just play the game straight ahead, north-south, not a lot of east-west, and just use their superior speed and skills and just kind of take care of business tonight.
I'm thinking the same thing. It would be nice. Don't want to see that for sure this evening. So while the Dodge County shoots for a 10th straight, the Austin Packers are attempting to break an 11-game losing skid. Latest Monday night against Winona, 8-2. Winnox were up 3-0 within the first 10 minutes of the game and cruised to victory. The Packers were outshot by 20 and didn't find the net until it was 6-0. On the reverse side, especially the first period, that's one thing I wrote down because Austin struggled. They struggled against the Wildcats back then too. 5-0 was the Wildcats' lead against the Austin Packers way back when too. Well, they've been outscoring opponents 42-16 in those first 17 minutes. So Austin cannot afford to get down early.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate one of those high school seasons for the Austin Packers. They've got low numbers this year. They're in a down year. All high school programs go through that. And that's just kind of what they're experiencing now. But they're battling through. They're playing hard. They're just not getting the results.
The Wildcats will have Cade Sprider, senior, sophomore Miles Smith, Logan Gauthier, senior, number 8, Ethan Dale, junior, number 9, Easton Hamill, sophomore, number 25, and then sophomore Isaac Dale, number 31. That'll be their starters for this evening. And Lamb, 34 goals on the season. I mean, he just played outstanding. I said I was running out of adjectives to talk about Brody Lamb.
Yeah, both he and Cade Sprider scored some pretty ridiculous goals over the weekend. And if you missed them, they're on Twitter out there somewhere. It's just amazing that the talent that these kids have. And it's fun to watch, unless you're playing against them, I guess.
Right.
But we're going to take a break here for the national anthem. We'll be right back for the puck drop.
Olivia Smith, please stand, remove your headgear, and face the flag for tonight's national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched.
Very nice live rendition of the national anthem.
That's right. If you didn't hear that before
There you
the
go, yep.
announcer, it was Olivia Smith
Okay.
from Casson Manorville High School. She is a hockey player on the girls' side, and she is also very active in all the plays and choir, as you just heard.
Yeah. My
Very, very
goodness.
outstanding version.
Yeah, you were mentioning on Twitter at DCW Hockey is the boys hockey. That's their one to go to. And if you didn't see some of that Brody Lamb over the weekend, the one I shared, all I put was, what? Because the highlight was just incredible.
I think that's what Will Farrell would call a shake and bake.
Yes, for sure. So we're going to get hockey. We're going to have hockey for you again tomorrow night, too. We'll have the girls tomorrow night when John Marshall comes into this same arena. But that night we won't have the video. Tonight we will.
All right, we are underway here as the Wildcats control off the faceoff. Mishandled pass allows the Packers to take over at center ice. There's a nice hit at center ice. Shoulder out to Buck. There's the first shot of the game. Kicked into the corner by goaltender Klapperick for Austin. Gauthier spins, gets it to Sprider. Sprider looking for a center pass. That's blocked out front. Sprider and Gauthier battle behind the net, but they can't catch up to it. This puck is sent all the way down off a Dodge County stick, so this won't be icing. Smith gathers it in. Loses it along the half wall. His teammates pick him up, and Rodney heads out with it. Gains the Packer line. Loses it there. Puck squirts out into the high slot. Packers get it, and they dump it into the Dodge County zone. This will trickle in on Isaac, and he'll send it to the corner.
Oh,
it's a dangerous hit from behind there by Scherson, but no call on the play as the play comes down into the Packer zone. There's a couple shots on goalie, and Wildcats look for a big change. They'll gather it in behind their own net. Postier has it there. Gets it up to Waleski. Waleski loses it. Packers will dump this in as Lamb dumps number 25. You have a number 25 on your roster? I don't have one on mine.
no. He circled all of his starters with Schaefer, Egner, Gudormson.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Nelson.
I think they had, I think Austin was having to bring up some JV players, and I must not have grabbed the right roster. Play behind the Wildcat net. Schaefer sends it up to the point, but that's tipped to himself by Lamb. Lamb's racing down the right-hand side. He's going to shoot. That one's rifled off of a stick and into the corner. Packers control at center ice with Schaefer. He dumps this one down into the Wildcat zone. Dale comes out to stop it for his defense. Blaisdell sends it around to the far side for Lamb. Lamb's got Waleski with him in the middle. There's a strong shot from Lamb. It's kicked inside. There's a wraparound goal for Lamb as Klapperick had to commit to that shot and he couldn't get over in time. Lamb uses that inside edge and curls around the goal for first goal of the night at 14:38 of the first period.
So good.
Should be credited to Lamb unassisted.
He had a hat trick their last outing. So I didn't get to look and see how many that actually is for him on the season. He is tied for 1A in goals coming into tonight, so that'll put him at first.
McPeak sends the puck to the far side. Schutz has it there, looking for headman pass to Sprider. Just catches up to it just on side. He shoots one that's blockered aside. Packers are going to try and tip this one out. First attempt doesn't go for him. Dunlap spins. Fans on the clearing attempt that allows the Wildcats to get. There's a shot into the glove of Klapperick, and he'll hold on. We're going to stoppage of play with 13:59 to go here in the first period. Dodge County up 1-0. And so far, Austin not credited with a shot on goal. Face off to the left of Klapperick. Kept in at the point by Dale. That puck trickles out to center ice, and Ree will gather it in there. Ree gains the line, tries to make a move around one, but the check of Hamill stops him up, and the puck is chipped out to center ice, where Scherson gives chase there. Rogney backs us in, but the Packers gather it and send it out to center ice. Puck is off the stick and down into the Packer zone.
Not that I'm
Packers
trying.
are on a change, so they really can't touch that puck. That allows the Wildcats to gather it in. There's a weak backhand attempt off the stick of Donovan, who's back on his second game after, or is this his third game after coming back from an injury?
Second, I believe.
Donovan takes the face off to the right of Klapperick. Puck comes behind the net. Lamb has it again. Leaves it for his defense partner, McPeak. McPeak sends it deep. Nobody seems to want this puck right now. Waleski now, he'll try and send it in. He'll get it back to McPeak. McPeak will send a shot from the point, and that was going to go wide anyway, but Klapperick decides to hold on and slow things down a little bit. Face off coming to his left.
Computer wanted to restart. That's why I had to get in front of you.
Oh.
I don't think we really want to do that right at the moment.
Lamb gathers it in behind the the Packer net. Looking, gets to the center of the ice, takes a shot that's blocked by the defense. The Packers just get the puck across the blue line. It'll cause an offside play as Matt Donovan brought it in offside. Face-off will be right in front of the Austin bench. With 12:37 to go in the first period, 1-0 is our score in favor of Dodge County.
The Wildcats had that makeup game with Wyndham last Friday, won 6-1. I believe that's when Donovan was back and had a goal that night too.
Blaisdell now takes it behind the Packer net. Keeps control. Sends it over to Waleski. Waleski gathers it in. That's high off the, looks like off the tip of the helmet of Klapperick. Into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Waleski just couldn't hold on to that pass. It was just a little bit too behind him. Otherwise, he would have had a little bit better chance.
And Brandon's played well. He's 13 goals and 21 assists in his first year in varsity.
Gauthier now battles in the corner with Sprider. Sprider comes away with it, chips it up to the point. It's a slap shot that's off of a leg and wide of the net. Smith back behind for Sprider. Sprider gets checked to the boards. Knocks down two Austin players, and the puck sits there for just a moment before somebody can find it. Gauthier now with it. Smith gets shouldered off, comes up to the half wall. The Packers are going to control with Grunwald. Gets it out of the zone. And Ree gathers it in. He trips over a couple of skates and goes down. An errant pass is going to go all the way down, but this won't be icing as it went through the skates of an Austin player. Now gathered in behind their net. There's a clearing attempt that's fanned down by the Austin players, and Dodge County takes it again. Gets it up to the point, comes across to McPeak. McPeak shoots one that's off the stick of Ree. Scherson comes in to help out the half wall. Gets it to Donovan. Donovan sends it out to the point, but McPeak couldn't quite hold it in. He'll get it back. Bank this one down into the Austin zone. And they'll get it out and start the attack. Guttormson now steps around one. Gets the puck into the corner. Schaefer gets it out front, but just out of the reach of looks like Schaefer there coming across the front. Or is that Peterson? That was the best chance of the night for Austin. Just out of the reach of, what is that, number 18, Pepper. Aiden Pepper. Led to a slap shot, though, but that was right into the gear of Dale. He holds on.
I think they'll be saying Schaefer's name a lot. He leads them in goals with 11. Kind of their head man.
And a couple of bodies collide, and the puck goes into the corner. Players are battling now as the physicality's picking up here a little bit. There's a centering attempt. Goes right onto the stick of Pepper. He miscommunicates with his teammate, and the puck goes all the way down into the Wildcat zone. Dale, he's got it. Got a lot of room. 2-on-2 across the Austin line. Waleski gathers it. Tries to get it back to Dale. Can't quite get it. There's a slap shot from the point and in.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, my goodness. That was Hamill as the puck just kind of squirted out to the point, and he didn't mess around with it. He didn't dust that one off at all. He leaned into it, sent it into the top left corner over the shoulder of Klapperick. So the Easton Hamill, the 10th grader from Casson, gets the second goal of the night for Dodge County. 9:48 to go here in the first. Dodge County Wildcats up 2-0.
Easton Hamill, that is his first career goal, too.
Yeah, I saw him grab the puck for him. Somebody grabbed it for him, so.
His first.
Scoring for Dodge County, number 25, Easton Hamill. Assist to number 9, Ethan Dale. That's Hamill from Dale. Time of goal, 7:12 in the first period.
Austin comes away with it now. Ree takes it up the middle. Takes a strong shot from the point. That's kicked aside by Dale. Comes to the point again. That one's sticked out of there by Blaisdell. Ree's got it back. Ree dangling now, trying to get to the middle of the ice, but can't get there. Now he sends a shot that's through a couple of screens, and Dale had to be alert there. He's able to hold on and put the big mitt on it for a stoppage of play. Face-off coming to the left of Isaac Dale, also a 10th grader. He's from Pine Island. Blaisdell now gets it behind the net, loses it to Ree. Ree backhands it up front. He's all, oh, that was number 24, Lopez. He was all alone. Had a strong backhand shot that Dale was up to the task at his stick on the ice. We'll have another face-off to his left. Shots on no goal now stand at 10-4 in favor of the Wildcats. There's a shot that's off of a hip and into the corner. As the bodies are flying everywhere. And now we're going to get an interference call here against Dodge County, it looks like. As Brendan Postier is going to go get the hook for interference. Wildcats penalty kill at 78.5% on the year, 65 penalty kills, 14 goals allowed. Faribault has had 68 power plays. They're converting at a 16.2% rate. So we get Tormson in for Austin.
Minor penalty has been assessed to Dodge County's number 12, Brendan Postier.
And the puck is cleared all the way down by Lamb. And the Packers will set up behind their net. Schaefer comes out with it. His pass is read and cut off beautifully there by Schutz. He'll send it down. I was just going to say the Wildcats aren't doing much of a forecheck here, but then Lamb goes in after it and very nearly cuts off a pass. That pass is read by Waleski, and he'll send it back down. Packers not able to get anything set up right now. Here comes Schaefer now. He's going to take it in himself. Gets to the middle of the ice. 3 Dodge County Wildcats converge on him. Puck comes out to the point. There's a slap shot off of the leg of Lamb. That goes into the corner. And Schutz will send that out to center ice. Minute to go in the power play for the Packers. Guttormson has it. Gains the line. Tries to cut to the middle. Puck can't be cleared out by the Wildcats. That one's going to be a high stick there if they play it, but Austin's the first to it. So play goes on. There's another slap shot that's tipped. That was a nice tip right on Dale. That was tipped by Cooper Guttormson. I hope I'm saying that right. Guttormson? Guttormson? All right. I apologize.
Yeah, Guttormson.
Was it Guttormson?
Yeah,
Excuse me. Got a cough button?
No, I don't. I'm away from the board.
This puck is cleared all the way down, and Klapperick comes way out. He'll get a stoppage of play. 33 seconds to go on the Austin power play. 7:23 to go in the first period. Dodge County Wildcats leading 2-0 over the Packers from Austin. Blaisdell hits it out the face-off win, takes it to the left circle. He'll just spin around and kill off the rest of this penalty, playing keep away with Cade Sprider. Sprider turns, loses his check, and then he'll just send this one all the way down. Gauthier is going to be the first to that puck. He gets taken down, and the Packers come out with it. An errant pass, though, is going to lead this to Dale to pick this up, and then he'll send it all the way down and that take care of the penalty. Both teams at full strength.
That's right, full strength.
Where is that puck?
That puck ended up on the back of the net and got caught in the padding back there. Neither team able to get it, so we'll get a stoppage of play. 6:41 to go in the first period. Dodge County leading 2-0. Face-off coming to the left of Klapperick. This puck is sent hard around the boards. Lopez can't control it on his side. He gets his second chance at it and does just get it out of the zone. And now this one's going to be sent all the way down. This one should be an icing call as it gets in front of everybody. And we'll bring it back down for another face-off in the Packers zone.
Well, if you like hockey, we'll be with you again tomorrow for girls hockey as DC hosts John Marshall's sections. Tomorrow we'll have to do the radio call, though, so I'll even be even more quiet. That way you get the full play-by-play effect with Steve, and then...
No, you can talk more.
Oh,
there's a play up front as Klapperick had a knuckle puck coming in on him, and he kind of changed direction on him at the last second, and he was able to hold on to it, but that puck fell down right in front of him with a Dodge County player coming right hard. I think it was Rodney going hard to the net.
Well, that for you. Tonight there is basketball. Boys and girls at Stewartville, that's already started. Tip-off was 6 o'clock for the boys.
Dunlap spins around the check of Scherson. Tries to carry it out, and he gets checked off the puck, but Schaefer picked it up, but he came in offside. We'll get a stoppage of play. No, you can talk more about it because you don't have to run the camera.
That's true. There's more stats because that's what I was looking up tonight. Yeah, so and then I should mention tonight, Coach Warden, we haven't had a face-to-face conversation for a while, so we're actually going to leave the camera up. We'll knock off the broadcast for the game, and then Coach Warden's going to join me for a on-camera interview after the game is over with. So be 15, 20 minutes after the game, but we haven't talked to him since really the Faribault game, which that was several weeks ago. So he'll be with us tonight.
Players battle for it in the corner in front of the Zamboni doors. Puck squirts free. We got a 2-on-1 developing now between Hamill and Lamb. Lamb almost got a stick on that centering attempt. I don't know if that actually made it to the goalie or not.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
Dunlap
Steve
has it for the Packers now, looking over his options. Tries to air a pass out. That's cut out of the air by Lamb. He's got it back. He's going to gain the zone, take it to the top of the circle, makes a move around one. Centers a pass.
Ooh.
That one was a backhand saucer in the air, but that was Donovan. Couldn't get his stick on it. Nice setup by Lamb.
Pretty pass. Very. You know, Austin has kind of run two different goalies. And they've, I think, between the two of them, they've been averaging right around, about 8 goals a game.
Yeah, they've been getting peppered. Lots of shots. And there's another one that's off the blocker. That one came from the stick of Gauthier. Puck squirts down behind the Wildcat, or the Austin net. Comes back to this side. Lopez just gets the puck out. Shot back in, and he'll get it back. Takes it out to center ice. Blaisdell gets it, and this one's going to be offside. But the Packers come away with it, so they let them play on. There's a shot that's over the glove into the corner of Dale. Blaisdell sets Lopez down hard. Student section likes that one.
Ooh, I don't know. That last shot, Steve, I don't know if Dale saw that coming in.
We've got an offside call as Miles Smith couldn't hold up. And Gauthier came across the line. And we'll get a stoppage of play. Face off in front of the Packer bench with 4:06 to go in the first period. 2-0 is our score in favor of Dodge County. Shots on goal now 12-5 in favor of the Wildcats. This puck shot into the Austin zone. Dunlap has it behind his net, sends it around. McPeak keeps it in momentarily as Gatormson gets it out to center ice, and it's dumped in back to McPeak's side. Reverses course, gets it over to Schutz. He couldn't hold on. Now Scherson does get it out, and 3 Dodge County Wildcats give chase. Scherson sends his man down and tries to find the puck as it squirts in the near corner. That one's chipped out by Gatormson. Schutz gathers it in there. Rogney gets the pass, cuts to the middle of the ice. There's a shot that's, I think that went off the toe of the Austin goalie. McPeak has it, and he shoots it. That one's wide of the net. Into the far side. Pepper chips this one down. This will be an icing call, and we'll get another whistle. 3:05 to go in the first period. A lot of whistles here in the latter half of this period.
The last about 5 minutes have been little drag. Gymnastics was home tonight too. They were, I can't remember who they were. Caledonia. That was at 6 o'clock. JV varsity.
There's a centering attempt that's out front for Donovan, and that one's a nice save by Klapperick. He was ready for that and kicked it into the corner. Shot from the point. That's off of a leg. Bounces around out front. Lamb goes down in a heap with a couple of Austin players, and they'll bring it out. Lopez can't hold on to the pass. Dale gathers it in. He's got a little room. Gathers it in the left side. Takes a shot from the circle that's kicked aside by Klapperick. Lamb gets it out to the point. There's Waleski. That's off the post. There's another shot from the point that's off a shin pad and wide. Klapperick is under some siege right now. A couple of players collide and go down. Puck comes out to the point. Donovan can't control it. Lopez is going to backhand this, and it'll get out. Ree gathers it in. He can't get past center ice, though. Donovan will take control, and he'll head off on a change. Waleski can't hold on to the pass. He'll go into the corner and battle with 2 Packers, and he comes away with the puck. He gets sent down hard, and a check from Schaefer. Schaefer comes away with it. Tries to get it out himself, but he runs into 2 Wildcats. But his teammate picks him up and sends it out. Bank pass didn't work out for the Wildcats. Blaisdell will get a second chance at it. He's 1 against 2 now. Makes a move around 1, and he gets taken down for his efforts. Puck squirts into the corner. Wildcats still have it. They come out into the center ice on a delayed penalty. Sprider gets it up the ice. Gauthier has it there. Gets it out to the point. There's a shot from Schutz off of a couple of legs and wide. Gothiard gets it back. Sends it back behind for Rogney. He can't get to it. That'll allow the Packers to touch up. And with a minute left, the Wildcats will go on the power play. Wildcats power play is blistering along at 32.6% success rate on 86 power plays on the year. They have a lot of weapons that they can use in the power play.
Yeah, they sure do. Like you said, I know they got another one the other night too.
Number 22, Nick Dunlop, 2 minutes for hooking. That's Dunlop hooking, and the Wildcats are on the power play.
So Nick Dunlap, the senior defenseman for Austin Packers, gets penalty for hooking. That'll allow the Wildcats to go on the power play. Lamb has it. Gets behind the net. Whistle for the net must be off. So we'll get a face-off. This one will come to the right of Klapperick. This will be Donovan against Lopez. Donovan wins. Schutz dumps this one back, but Egner was able to get to it, and he'll send it all the way down. Blaisdell gathers it, gets it over to Lamb. Lamb chips the puck to himself, takes it wide left. He's going to cut to the net, shoots. That one's saved by Klapperick. He wasn't sure if he had it. I wasn't sure if he had it.
Yeah, trying to go right between the legs, the old 5-0, and I don't know if he got what he actually got on that for the save, but it just kind of hung there for a moment.
26 seconds to go in the first period. A minute 27 to go in the penalty to the Packers. Blaisdell controls off the faceoff. Sends it across. He gets it back. Sends it to Schutz. Back to Blaisdell. Takes a slap shot. That one scores right through the legs of Klapperick. A lot of traffic in front. He didn't have much of a chance on that one. And the Wildcats get a power play goal off the stick of Blaisdell. Dodge County now leading 3-0. 13.4 seconds to go in the first period. That'll be Charlie Blaisdell's 7th goal of the season.
And 15th of his career.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder there.
Nope, you're fine. You had it in front of you.
Scoring for Dodge County, number 2, Charlie Blaisdell. Assisted by number 17, Carl Schutz. That's Blaisdell from Schutz on the power play. Time of goal 16:47 of the first period.
That's it.
You heard the call there. Blaisdell from Schutz.
That's the end of the first period. Dodge
And
County 3, Austin 0. Shots on goal.
Buzzer sounds. Wildcats leading 3-0 over Austin Packers.
Austin 5. Scoring for Dodge County in the first period, number 7, Brody Lamb with an unassisted goal.
I got to tell you, these Packers, these poor kids got to be tired. I mean, they got a small roster to begin with. They played last night against Winona. And then they got to turn around again, go to school, and come and play here tonight. You know, they got a short bench, 2 games in 2 nights. It's tough.
Right. Yeah, agreed. They haven't had a win since December 26th when they beat La Crescent 4-3. Here down 3-0, and we said they would have a hard time if it gets to be an early lead for DC. There's going to be a tough sledding for Austin, and saw him jump on them right away with a 3-0 lead after the first period.
I kind of like the way that Dodge County played that first period. They did throw their weight around a little bit and had some big hits early in that period. I think they maybe got it out of their system. You know, they scored a few goals, and now you can kind of see some of the players most of the players are kind of laying back. They're not diving in and looking to hit somebody. I mean, you got a few players like Sherson. He's always going to want to hit somebody. He just likes to hit people.
True.
And Lamb, you know, he's not going to take any. You know, if he's getting cheap shots, he's going to give it back. But for the most part, I think they played the game that they should have played there, especially in the second half of that period when they had a 2-goal lead. They weren't looking to hit people and send a message. They were just looking to play a game and, score some goals.
Well, you asked for it, to use their skill sets, and they did that throughout the first period. And Schutz should mention that was his 5th assist of the season and for his career for Dodge County. So a 3-0 lead after 1 over the Austin Packers, with Lamb having an unassisted goal at 2:22, 7:12. The next one for Hamill. That was assisted by Ethan Dale. And then Blaisdell at 16:47. And Schutz with the assist. 2 penalties. I should say the last one was a power play goal. But 2 penalties, 1 for each team, 1 for interference back at 8:09. That was on Postier. And then for Austin Packers, theirs was on Nick Dunlap for the hooking, which led to the Blaisdell shot from the line, and he hit it for the power play goal. So giving them a power play goal as well. So about a picture perfect. That was their 29th power play goal of the season for Dodge County, leading 3-0. I know we got to get to our sponsors too. I just wanted to run through. I'm a wealth of knowledge around here, but I mentioned girls basketball and boys basketball. They were at Stewartville. Varsity was 6 o'clock for the boys, and then, the girls were tipping at 6, and then the boys were playing afterwards due to them having a doubleheader earlier in the season, which started with boys and then finished with girls. So they reversed that when they headed over to Stewartville. Other games that were happening, there was 44 hockey games happening this evening. And, these are some of the Section 1 teams from 1A, including this one with the Dodge County and Austin. Mankato West at Owatonna, Albert Lee hosting Faribault, Gentry Academy travel to Mankato East, and then Avalanche visiting La Crescent. As I mentioned, with gymnastics taking on Caledonia, I believe that's their last meet of the season for KMT Gymnastics. And so that's pretty much all I got. I did get keys from Coach Warden. He mentioned defensively, he wanted defensemen to move the puck quickly, and then the other one, he just wanted to play the up-tempo 3 periods of their style of hockey. Those were the 2 things that Coach Warden mentioned to me. I would say their style up-tempo, first period, definitely a big check mark on that. They definitely played their style of hockey for the first 17 minutes, and then defensemen moved the puck quickly. You could probably give us a little bit more insight on that, Steve.
Yeah, you can see especially Charlie Blaisdell is looking to skate the puck up, take it up as far as he can himself. And McPeak, he was very active, coming down the wall, pinching in on the plays to keep the plays alive into the offensive zone. And I don't know, they've always been active. Every game that we've watched, the defense for the Wildcats is very, very active. Skating the puck out of trouble, making a good first pass, and not looking for a 75-foot pass when a 10, 15-foot pass will do, So leading those breakouts quick and moving their feet. You don't see them standing around a whole lot.
True.
The only time you'll see them standing around is maybe on the power play when it's down low and they're standing at their point, waiting to see what's going to happen, and then you'll see them shift towards the center of the ice as the play moves to one side or the other. And that's usually the only time they're not moving. Right. that's the way it's supposed to be. So very active. I like what I saw in the first period.
Well, Dodge County is gunning for their 10th consecutive win, currently leading 3-0 here at the Dodge County Ice Arena. And we'll take a quick break and thank our sponsors. Thank you to Bigelow Homes for being our major sponsor for all activities taking place throughout the winter season. And got a couple other sponsors to make mention, and we'll come right back here as Dodge County leading 3-0 over Austin. Regular season winding down for the boys, and they're 9-game winning streak currently. We'll be right back here on KM Activities.
And excellence are the staple of every project constructed by Bigelow Homes. Jeremy, Joel, Tony, and the rest of the crew deliver homes with innovative and affordable design, building around you and your needs. Bigelow Homes will design and build the home of your dreams with peace of mind and personal touch. Based out of Rochester, Bigelow Homes has housing developments in 10 different communities. Find out what makes Bigelow Homes special by calling 507-529-1161 or visit online at bigelowhomes.net.
This winter sports broadcast on KM Activities is sponsored in part by McKern Financial in Casson and the Casson-Manorville School District. McKern Financial has a new place of business. Stop by and see the new office at 203 West Main Street in Casson. And to keep up with the latest on the KM School District, search KM Schools on Twitter. McKern Financial and the KM Schools are a proud sponsor of the KM Activities YouTube channel.
For 40 years, you've been counting on Bigelow Homes to develop and construct new homes all around southeast Minnesota. Jeremy, Joel, and Tony, along with the rest of the crew, focus on you, making sure every detail is perfect. Bigelow Homes is waiting for your call to assist you in building the home you want. Call 507-529-1161 to discuss your options. More information is also available online at bigelowhomes.net. Bigelow Homes, a proud supporter of the Casson-Manorville Comets.
I'm Nick Warden, head coach for Dodge County Boys High School Hockey. You're watching Wildcat Hockey on KM Activities. I'm Nick Warden, head coach.
I'm Kennedy.
Coach Nick Warden, Kennedy Krause trying to sneak in there, but I didn't allow her to do that. We'll hear from Kennedy Krause tomorrow with Dodge County Wildcat girls section game happening tomorrow night. For Dodge County, they lead 3-0. It's been an impressive string of wins, 9 in a row for Dodge County. Did I write all this up for the pregame? Then we never get to it, but I'll go back to it now. Dodge County smoking teams out since January 2nd. Latest victim, Wyndham, a makeup date from earlier in the season that we wanted to cover. Mother Nature had a better idea, I guess. The last Friday, 6-1, DC fired off 46 shots compared to 17, and it started early. Kate Spryer scored at 3:49. Then Lamb went off with a shorty, followed by an even strength. He finished another hat trick, and like I said, he came in tonight second in the state in goals. He was tied for first in 1A this evening, and he already has another one, making it 35 on the season. During the 9-game winning streak, Dodge County 57 goals is what they've scored, giving up 18. You got to give credit to Isaac Dale. That's one guy that we didn't really make a mention in the warm-up, but you got to, I mean, he's just playing so much better. And since the Faribault game that we had a couple weeks ago, I think I had him at .839 for his save percentage at that time. He's now at I think it was .837. He's now sitting at .859. It doesn't sound like a big jump, but Steve,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's really, this late in the season, it's get more shots on goal. It's harder to move that percentage. And one thing that I've seen when I was looking through the stats is that the shots on goal against have steadily gone down. Early in the season, they were just the Wildcats were giving up a ton of shots, and they were winning by just sheerly outscoring everybody. Now you can see they're battling a little bit harder for Isaac and stopping a lot of shots from getting to him and keeping everything to the outside, giving him good, clean looks at everything that he's getting thrown at him. So all of that's combining to help him improve his play and improve his numbers. And he looks more comfortable out there than the first game we saw. As far as I can
agreed.
I don't see him practice or anything like that.
Right.
We just see him occasionally, and I've seen stuff on videos on Twitter and everything else, and he just looks more comfortable. So, and they can tell in the play.
Yeah, tonight only 5 shots on goal to him. Dale also has the most wins by a goalie in Section 1A. So out of the teams that are in the section with Faribault, Waseca, Albert Lee, Mankato East, West, Winona Cotter, Minnesota River, La Crescent, Leward, and Austin, he's the guy. I mean, he's the number one for DC, and a couple of those teams I know do rotate around, but Dale's got the most wins out of any of them in 1A. And Brody Lamb getting all the credit, but Brandon Woleski, Isaac Rogney, and Charles Blaisdell are tallying assists left and right. Woleski, Blaisdell had 2 assists each on Friday versus Wyndham. And right now, Woleski at 21 assists, Rogney at 18, and Blaisdell with 16. And we talk constantly about how good of a scorer Brody Lamb is. And sometimes, like tonight, he got one that was unassisted, didn't need anybody else's help. However, you can't get up to 35 without some of those guys leading you to the path to the net.
I know, and you see Brendan Woleski, he's got 21 assists in the season so far. You see those two on the ice a lot together, and they have developed a chemistry, I guess, and that's a term you hear all the time. It's a tired term, but it's true. They have, they know where they're going to be, and they talk to each other on the ice, and it shows on the score sheet. 34 goals, 14 assists, 35 goals now.
35.
And Brandon Woleski, 13 goals and 21 assists. I wonder how many of those assists were to Brody.
That's a good question. I might ask Coach Warden after the game is over with. As we mentioned, the Wildcats and Packers did face each other earlier this year. DC won in a blowout fashion, 11-2. Cats went up 5-0 in the first 17. 2 from Woleski, and Isaac Rogney finished with 2 as well. Very physical, 12 penalties, total for 27 minutes. Dodge County scored 4 times on 8 power play chances. Packers went 2 for 6, so Packers did score a couple times on the power play the last time these two teams met. But again, that was a long time ago, well back in December. And the last time we had the Wildcats on was against Faribault, which was on January 23rd, although it feels like a lot longer than that from seeing some hockey. But that was a 2-2 tie after the second. The Wildcats went 3 for 5 in power play that night. Lamb with a hat trick. Schutz had 2 goals, and Blaisdell had 3 assists on the evening. They also beat Moose Lake area 5 goals in the first period. They won 13-2 at Moose Lake area. Took on Hopkins on the 30th and won 5-3. Beat Wyndham on the 31st 6-1. And we mentioned about the goals that they have scored the first period. I alluded to that and how much they've been outscoring opponents in the first. Well, again, throughout this streak, 57 goals to just 18 during this 10-game winning streak for the Wildcats. So it's been really impressive. We'll have one more broadcast with the boys. That'll come up against Somerset on February 11th. As we mentioned, we'll have section hockey coming up. One thing, this will be a good thing if we have it. Maybe I shouldn't even say it. I'll probably jinx something. There is a chance that on a night with wrestling sections, if the Wildcats were the girls, I'm meaning, if they were able to beat John Marshall as well as their next round opponent with either Farmington or I can't remember who the other team is on that other side. I'm going to get it in just a second. Or Mayo, if they were to win 2 rounds the same night as section wrestling would be the section final for girls hockey.
And most likely that would be against the arch nemesis Lakeville, one of the Lakeville teams.
It is. It would be against Lakeville. I believe it's South. Lakeville South is in theirs this time. But that'd be a great thing to have those two meet up. And so, Jose Lopez, no, that's 24. Yeah, we got that. Were you looking for a 24 earlier? No, you were looking for a 25.
25.
Well, thank you all for coming along with us for the ride for hockey, and more of it for you tomorrow night with section. Then tomorrow I'll make sure to put in the description, we can't show you the video. I don't know how many times I got asked that during the fall season. Why are you not showing the game? Well, we're not allowed to, but
it's kind of unfortunate,
It is.
Everybody's got to make their money, but they're probably not even going to be here to broadcast it.
No, they won't be. Yeah, they won't be. Well, technically, there's no rights to the sections from Prep Spotlight. It's the fact of the section manager or hosting section. I'm not sure exactly who it is, but there's a gigantic fee for it, and that's what you have to come up with.
And we are underway here in the second period as the Wildcats lead 3-0 over the Austin Packers. This play is sent in offside, and we'll get a face-off.
Puck nearly hit the roof.
Yeah, it went off a player's shaft of a stick and way up there. I'm going to take this one up. Oh, it must have gone off the roof. They're taking it out here in the center ice.
Okay.
Rogney has it there. Sends it down deep as I get the smell of popcorn. There's going to be a penalty against Rogney as he hits an Austin player square in the back. That was Jackson Egner got hit from behind. He's going to be okay. Luckily, he wasn't facing the boards when he got hit. He was turning towards the net, so he just went down onto the ice. That still hurts. So the Wildcats now will have a power play, a penalty kill. They're going to give that one to Jake Isaac.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was Rogney, but
11, not 10.
Minor penalty has been assessed to Dodge County's number 11, Jake Isaac, 2 minutes for cross-checking. That's Jake Isaac.
Oh, they got him for cross-checking. It should have been, I don't know, could have been checking from behind, but either way, it's a power play for the Austin Packers as this puck is sent down into their zone. Grunwald has it there, collides with Lamb, and the Packers will skate it out under the power of Dunlap. Dunlap looking for his options. Gets it over to Egner. He can't hold on. And then Wildcats will send this all the way down. Lamb's going to be the first one there. Looks over his shoulder. Has Waleski breaking out front. Lamb makes another move. Cuts to the middle. Backhands one that's kicked into the corner by Klapperick. And out comes Ree with it. Ree gains center ice. Takes him to the zone. There's a shot through a screen. Right into the middle section of Isaac Dale. He'll hold on. And he'll take the face-off with 15:28 to go here in the second period. Dodge County leading 3-0 over the Austin Packers. Have you seen their new logo or newer logo? The Austin Packers?
No, I haven't.
I was hoping they were going to have it on their jerseys. I don't know if they've got it for their hockey jerseys, but I'll have to show it to you between periods if anybody hasn't seen it. It's a pretty awesome logo.
Yeah, I had not seen that yet.
Packers come out with it now with 46 seconds to go on the power play. Here's a shot off the big right pad of Dale. Wildcats will send this all the way down. Klapperick comes out to play it, and he'll just fall down on it and take a stoppage of play.
Well, that's not really what the coaching staff would want you to do right there. I mean, you're on the power play. You got 34 seconds left, right?
Yeah, you'd like to see him play that behind the net for his defense. He had two defensemen coming back. There was a forechecker coming hard, but he was just trying to slow it down. 34 seconds to go, as you mentioned, on the power play.
What do we have going on now?
I think they're discussing where to put the face-off, or get some instructions to the goaltender. Tell him not to cover it up out there, probably.
No, we got a penalty.
They are calling a penalty. I was going to mention that there could be a penalty for that because technically the goalies aren't supposed to cover it up too far outside of the crease. And they must have given him a delay of game.
Number 33, Braden Klapperick. 2 minutes for delay of game.
Yeah, so they get Klapperick for delay of game for coming way out and covering that puck up. I thought they were going to let it go, but they didn't. And we'll skate 4-on-4 here for another 13 seconds, and then the Wildcats will be back on the power play. There's a puck that's bounced off a couple players onto the back of the net, and they can't get it off of the net in time, causing a whistle with just 6 seconds left of 4-on-4.
Not used to writing a penalty on the goalie in my stat sheet. You know, 33. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay.
One thing I've never seen at the high school level is a goalie goal.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see one of those.
That'd have to be empty net end to end, right? Would be the best way to do. You could get or your best chance.
So Dale's backhands this one up the boards, and Lamb's going to come away with it. He's got Waleski and Donovan with him. Spins to centering pass to Donovan, just under his stick. Waleski sends it back behind the Packer net. Lamb gathers it in, gets it out to the point, shoots, gets it over to Blaisdell. Blaisdell back to Lamb, top of the right circle, centering pass, and this one shot off the blocker and in. I guess that was over the shoulder of Klapperick. I thought I heard it hit the blocker, but must have been one of the fans banging on something. I don't know. Either way, the Wildcats score on the power play, their second power play goal of the night.
Who was that?
I did not see who it was.
Okay. We'll wait for the official announcement from Terry Donovan.
I missed it.
Who celebrated a birthday last Saturday.
Scoring for Dodge County, number 17, Carl Schutz.
That was Schutz.
Assisted by number 2, Charlie Blaisdell. And number 7, Brody Lamb. That's Schutz from Blaisdell and Lamb on the power play. Time of goal, 3:15 in the second period.
So Schutz gets the goal, and the Wildcats another check in the back. And this is going to be another power play for the Austin Packers. So as good as the second half of the first period was for the Wildcats, the second period here at the beginning is not so good.
Cross-checking again.
I didn't see the ref's call on it. Could be a high stick.
Okay.
Looks like he maybe caught him in the helmet or something.
Minor penalty has been assessed to Dodge County's number 9, Ethan Dale. 2 minutes for roughing.
Yeah, give him a roughing call. Wildcats lead 4-0, 13 minutes to go here in the second period. And they're on the penalty kill now as Reed loses the puck at center ice, but Lopez gathers up the change. He'll send it down deep. Blaisdell gathers it in there. He'll rim it around the boards. Gauthier gathers it. He's got Cade Sprider with him 2-on-2. Takes a shot into the glove of Klepperick, and he'll hold on. 12:43 to go in the second. Minute 22 to go in the penalty. Face-off will come to the right of Klepperick. We'll get Lamb in facing off against Schaefer. Lamb controls. Tries to send this one in to Waleski. That's cut off by Lopez. Excuse me, not Lopez. That was Dunlap. Dunlap has it again. Gets it out to center ice, but that's as far as it's going to get as the Wildcats will send this back down. Lamb's going to almost reach to that puck, but they're going to call an interference on Austin. That was kind of, I don't know. I know the ref's got a job to do. It's tough. We just talked about it in our last game how hard it is to get refs, so I'm not.
Right.
That's one of those calls where it could easily be let go. I mean. So now we'll skate 4-on-4 for 54 seconds, and then the Wildcats will get another brief power play. Face off to the left of Klepperick. Donovan will be in there against
Penalty has
Patronson.
been assessed to Austin's number 22, Nick Dunlap. 2 minutes for interference.
There's a shot between the legs from Lamb. That was a nice stop by Klepperick. We've already seen Lamb score one of those goals at the tournament in Rochester at the Kiwanis tournament. Ooh. Here comes Schaefer with it. Schaefer with a shot that goes wide of the net. Comes in, gets it back, centering attempt. That's, the tipped on goal. And Dale had to stick out the left pad and keep that from going in. Austin putting on a little pressure now here. Schaefer spins around behind the net, tries to get it out front. That's cut off by the defense. It's a hard check out front. Here comes the play to the side. That's a shot wide from Nelson. Guttormson has it. He loses it to Lamb. Lamb chips it to himself, and he's got some room to move. Cuts in, and with the backhand, he shoots, and he scores.
Wow.
Strong move to the net. And that one, I think that's going to go as a power play goal, as the Dodge County penalty had just expired. And that's Lamb's second of the night. Shots on goal now stand at 24-8 in favor of Dodge County.
Unbelievable move.
11:21 to go here in the second period. Dodge County now leading 5-0. And the referees are going to confer about something. I don't know if they're conferring whether it's a power play goal or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
By the time I looked up, it was...
Well, from an unnamed source, Todd Halverson, from an unnamed source. So it's not from Todd, but from somebody else. The girls' Comets lost tonight over at Stewartville by 25. So not a good trip for them over to Stewartville, if that's true. Haven't confirmed that yet, but he heard it from another fan, who heard it from a friend who heard it from another You've Been Messing Around. That's a song.
I was watching to see what was going on out here. So apparently they're going to say that was not, that goal came at 4-on-4.
Okay.
So it looks like they're going to put...
Scoring for Dodge County, number 7.
All right, this is a new penalty.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's Lamb for Donovan. Time of goal, 5:39 of the second period.
I don't know what's going on here.
Austin has a minor penalty assessed to number 10, Caleb Reed. 2 minutes for hooking.
We have a hooking penalty.
Wildcats are on the power.
So I wonder if that happened on the goal. I don't know. I missed it, but Klepperik's under siege right now. As the Wildcats are back on the power play. There's another shot that's up and off the glass. Dale spins away from his check. Takes it right up across the middle. He's going to send this one looking for a tip.
Ooh.
Didn't get it, but it got through to the goalie anyway, and he kicked it into the corner. Giesler getting some time on the power play. Gets the puck out to the point. Oh, it was a near attempt by Dale. He couldn't get anything on it. And there's a shot from Giesler that sticked into the corner. Giesler gets it out to the point. McPeak, he sends this one wide of the net. Rogney, the puck bounced off the boards and onto the back of the net and couldn't get it out of there in time. And we get a stoppage of play with a face-off. Coming to the left of Brady Klepperik. He's now faced 28 shots from the Dodge County Wildcats.
So just 8 for the Austin Packers, too. Yeah. Well, you've called it right. I mean, the Wildcats have been just a more aggressive team.
Lamb has it now, gains his own. Takes it wide in the right circle, spins. Gets it out to the point, Blaisdell. Sends it across, there's Schutz with a shot. That's off the left pad. Comes out to the point. Blaisdell keeps it in. He's going to take a for a slap pass there, looking for Donovan.
Who was wide open on the right side.
Donovan gets it back, sends this one off the side of the net. Waleski gets it, loses it briefly. Donovan picks it up. Gets this one over to Lamb. Lamb from the top of the right circle, looking for another tip. That one gets all the way through into the corner. Schutz has it. Gets this up to Blaisdell. Blaisdell over to Lamb. It hops over his stick.
Austin, full strength.
Austin comes to full strength as Lamb battles for it in the corner, or in the half wall.
9
Austin
minutes.
comes away with it. Gets it out to center ice. Blaisdell will chip this one into the Packer zone. Donovan is in on the forecheck. Turns it over to Lamb. He can't hold on. But the Wildcats get it. Donovan tries to get it to Lamb. Lamb gets it. Looks over his options. There's a centering attempt to Blaisdell. He couldn't handle the hopping puck. There's another centering attempt to Sprider. It's just a little bit out of his wheelhouse, and that allows the Packers to send this one down. This will be an icing call.
Lamb would have about 6 assists by the night ended if all those centering passes were found in the net, because he has seen the ice so easily this evening.
A lot of time and space today.
Thank you all for supporting Dodge County Hockey, and there's still time to get in the wrap.
He must be Italian. He's making a lot of sauce out there.
He is making a lot of sauce.
Stirring
it up.
From the wall into the glove of Klapperick.
Who had the slap pass?
That was Blaisdell.
Oh my goodness. Donovan he had half of the net open.
Yeah,
and to get that through too, I mean,
play continues now into the Austin zone. Wildcats looking to control, but Dunlap's going to come away with it. He can't get it out, and his teammate just does, and we'll have a penalty here against the Wildcats as an inadvertent stick from Gauthier trips up number 10, Caleb Ree. He goes down, and Wildcats will go right back on the penalty kill. So a choppy second period here with 8:01 to go. Wildcats up 5-0. And Gauthier heads off for a trip. Face-off will be to the left of Dale.
Minor penalty has been assessed to Dodge County's number 8, Logan Gauthier. 2 minutes of tripping. That's Gauthier tripping.
There's a shot from the high slot that's sent wide. Ree has it. Crosses with his defense. This one's backhanded behind the Wildcat net, and McPeak will have it there and send it all the way down. Dunlap gets it up to Egner. Egner, he gets sat down by Lamb. And the Packers come in, but they're offside just by a half a step. And we'll get a stoppage of play. 7:26 to go. Five 0 is our score in favor of Dodge County. And Cade Sprider will gather this in and send it all the way down. Rogney gives chase on the forecheck. There's a big hit after the check. And
icing called on the other side.
And we'll have a stoppage of play for an icing against the Packers.
I missed the hit. I was following the puck.
This will be Sprider coming in against Schaefer. Schaefer wins it into the corner. Dunlap. He's going to get it. 1 minute to go in the power play for the Austin Packers. That's a headman pass that's over the stick of number 18, Aiden Pepper. And that'll go down for another icing call with 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Wildcats up 5-0.
2 goals in this period, 3 in the first. Lamb with 2.
Braden Klapperick, seen 30 shots so far. He's by far had the most work tonight. He's working his tail off.
I mean, besides the 50-50 raffle gentleman that's been walking around here, he's been working his tail off, you gotta admit. They're up to they're over $500 in just the 50-50 raffle. $535.
Well, there you go. One of the great traditions in hockey, the 50-50.
The 50-50. Did that get touched?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, okay.
So there's going to be no icing on this play, and Waleski gets it, banks it up to Lamb. Lamb.
Oh my goodness!
In all alone on the goalie now, And there's a little dipsy doodle 5-hold. And Lamb gets another hat trick here. Wildcats now up 6-0.
Open ice. You just don't want it. You just don't want it with Lamb.
So Lamb showing off the silky mitts by stepping around a check, and the defense for Packers had him well covered. He was just so smooth on his skates.
Scoring the shorthanded goal for Dodge County, number 7, Brody Lamb. Assisted by number 5, Brendan Molesky, and number 9, Ethan Dale. That's Lamb from Molesky and Dale on the shorthanded goal. Time of it, 10:32 of the second period.
So 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Dodge County now leading 6-0. And Packers power play about to end, and they had a brief 3-on-1 there.
Yes, they did.
Just couldn't get anything going. Wildcats now at full strength. As Grunwald has it behind the net, his centering attempt is picked off by Cade Sprider. Now the Wildcats have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. And there it is right again. There's a backhand. I thought he saved it. It went off of his blocker, but it did go, just squeezed through.
Yes, it trickled behind him.
That's a tough one there for Kleperick. As Miles Smith, the sophomore, gets sent in all alone on a 2-on-1. He goes forehand, backhand, and Kleperick got his blocker on it. I thought the way he sat down, I didn't see it go in because the puck went in behind him, but it bounced off his blocker and in.
I mean, it kind of rolled even on its edge to go in. It was a slow roller.
So just after the penalty kill expires, Dodge County scores another. It's now 7-0.
Scoring for Dodge County, number 6, Miles Smith.
Miles Smith is in again.
Assisted.
There's a shot.
And then a second assist to number 8, Logan Gauthier. That's Smith from Sprider and Gauthier. Time of goal, 11:16 of the second period.
Gauthier just sent that one up and out of the play, almost over the protected netting at the end, and he was like 2 feet in front of the net.
Miles Smith, first career goal.
I saw him gathering the puck. I kind of figured that's what it was.
We've had 2 of them now. Who was the other one that had the first career goal tonight? Hamill, yeah. 2 of them this evening for the Wildcats. I need to update the score because the score down there says 5-0, but as you have said, 7.
Now we're going to get a hooking call. I didn't see who this was going on. This one's going against Dodge County. Logan Gauthier goes off for hooking. 5:15 to go here in the second period. Dodge County leading 7-0. They go back on the penalty kill. Face-off will be to the left of Dale. Grunwald against Lamb. Austin controls.
For Dodge County's number 8, Logan Gauthier, 2 minutes for hooking. That's Gauthier hooking.
There's a shot from the point that's kicked up and into the netting. As Packers Kruger was right there in front. I'm not sure who got there first, but the puck ended up into the netting, and we'll have another face-off to Dale's left. Grunwald will be in against Rogney this time. Wildcats win. McPeak hammers this one along, but can't get it out. Dunlap keeps it in. There's a shot from the point. That one's tipped into the side corner by McPeak. Almost tipped it in on net. This is a flip shot that's up and over everybody. Austin's going to come away with it. Ree spins. His centering attempt is off of a stick and across the ice. Comes down behind now. Schitt's going to get this one in. He's going to send it out to center ice. Dunlap keeps it from going too far deep, and now Schitt's is going to gather it in. Gets around Dunlap, puts on the brakes, gets some help from Sprider. Sprider gathers it, spins in front of the bench, keeps it in. There's a shot that's cut off by Dunlap. Dunlap now tries to send this one up to Ree. He can't control, and the Wildcats will send this one down. 42 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Ree's got it now. He's got a step, got a man with him. Centering a tip. Oh, that was a nice play. Nice setup by Ree. Sends it across, and I think Kruger's going to get that one. The Wildcats got caught up ice a little bit, and that allowed a 2-on-1 on the power play. And Austin gets on the board. 7-1 now is their score with a power play goal for the Awesome Packers.
There wasn't much time left on that power play either. Who'd you give that to? I'm sorry.
I think it was Kruger, but I'm not 100%.
Okay.
It's a pass cut off by Waleski. He's looking for Lamb. Lamb's got an open net, and that's his fourth of the night. Not a whole heck of a lot that Claperick could do there, as that play developed really quickly. And the Wildcats now up 8-1.
Ten seconds. That's how long that was in between those two goals.
Didn't even get a chance to announce the Packers goal.
No, he didn't. I'm wondering if Terry will do both.
Packers now looking to try and get something going. Donovan takes a shot. Nice save by Claperick, because he'll hold on and take the whistle.
Scoring for Austin. Number 9, Bubba Grunwald.
So that was Grunwald that got that one.
Number 10, Caleb Reed, and number 22, Nick Dunbar. On the power play goal at 13-13 of the second period, and then scoring for Dodge County.
Austin now down a guy here because he blocked a shot. Number 11, Gatormson blocked a shot, and he's hobbled. He's struggling to get back to the bench right now. He's going to make it to the bench. The Wildcats continue to press on the attack. Lamb lifts that puck high to himself. Sends it in front. There's a shot that's high and up into the netting off the stick of Hamill. He's eager to get his second.
So that Lamb goal, the last one that he had, was Waleski on the assist. Dunlap had the assist, as well as Caleb Ree for Grunwald for Austin. It is now 8-1. 2:40 remaining in the second period. I'll update the scoreboard when I get the chance.
Play continues now in the Austin zone. Dunlap's going to bounce this one up, looking for Kruger, or excuse me, the goal scorer, Grunwald. This gets sent down from Lopez. Blaisdell has it there, gets it up the wall to Rogney. Touch pass in the middle for Donovan. Or excuse me, that's Isaac. He sends this one, and I don't know if they hit a player or what, it went up into the netting.
You're good.
And we'll get a stoppage of play. Face-off will come to the left of Claperick, so it's going to stay in the zone. That must have gone off an Austin player.
We've seen 6 goals in this period alone. And I believe, if I counted correctly, 7 infractions.
Puck is run around to the far side. Kruger gets it out of the zone. Jake Isaac gathers it in for the Wildcats. Sent across for Blaisdell. He's got Jake Isaac on the far side. He tips it in. Goes in on the forecheck. And that allows Giesler to get to it. Giesler sends down his 2 players. That's going to cause some consternation on the Packers side as 2 Austin players got taken down by Giesler. This one's going to be sent down for icing.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Icing, sorry. Thought they called a penalty.
Told you Giesler likes to hit. He's a football player as well.
The referees were getting on the DC fan base, though, as well, to get off of the boards. And the
Ryder
glass.
has it now in the Packer zone. Looks over his options, gets it behind the net. Comes up to the point. Schutz has it. Looking for the stick. Looks like he was looking for Smith. Smith couldn't do anything with it in the slot. The Packers chip this one out to the point, but not out. That one's off of a body. And right to the stick of Gauthier. That was an unfortunate bounce for the Packers as that went off of the body of number 12 in front. That was Peyton Nelson on defense. He blocked the initial shot, but it bounced right in front of Gauthier, and he's able to just pound it home to an open net.
Normally at the end of these things, I tweet out all the goals. I'm going to need 3 tweets.
You don't have an extended character limit or anything?
I don't.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Assisted by number 4, Kate Strider, and number 20, James McPeak. That's Gauthier from Strider and McPeak. Time of goal 15:50 in the second period.
Wildcats looking to keep all the play out of their zone. They chip this one out to center ice. Packers are going to send this one down, but this is going to be icing as Schaefer was not to the red line when he sent that one down. Man, I've been a part of plenty of games like that where you're playing well, you're making like the initial defensive stop, but the puck bounces off to you right to someone else. Or the goalie makes the save and it bounces off the wall right to the stick of somebody. It's just, those are worse than getting beat one-on-one, I'll tell you. That's just luck, you know?
Right, and terrible luck.
A lot of luck in hockey. Here comes Austin now. They're looking to get something going, but they can't. As Ethan Dale gets to the puck first. He chips this one out. Waleski's got Lamb in the middle. Gonna try and get it to him. Backhands it. So diving attempt by Dunlap. As I don't know if they'll count that as a save for Dale. He came out to play that one. That one shot into the net, and we'll have an a stoppage of play as that puck goes into the net.
I could have just ended the period, .1 left.
.1.
Seen a goal in .1? I've never seen a bucket in .1.
No. Wildcats leading 9-1 now. And the second period comes to a close.
All right, student section, get your tickets ready for our
9-1.
most recent fan of the game. At the end of 2 periods of play.
Shots on goal stand at 37-10 in favor of Dodge County.
Shots on goal for the second period.
9-0. I'm going to need an oxygen tank to get off all these goals. So Dodge County started with Lamb, Hamill, and Blaisdell in the first. The second, Schutz, Lamb, Smith, all for Dodge County, 4 straight. Made it 7 straight to begin the game. Grunwald for Austin scored, then Lamb again, then Gauthier for assists in the second period. Let's see, Schutz was assisted by Blaisdell as well as Lamb. Lamb's second was assisted by Matt Donovan. Lamb's third was assisted by Waleski and Dale. And then Smith got one from Sprider and Gauthier. And then Austin with Grunwald. Caleb Ree and then Nick Danlap. And then Lamb again, assisted by Waleski. And the last one, Gauthier, assisted by Sprider and James McPeak. So if you're counting at home this evening, Lamb has 5 points. 4 goals and an assist. So 9-1. I haven't updated that yet, but there was a.
Do we have a winner?
There was a lot of penalties. That would be the only thing that I would say is there was quite a few penalties. 7 penalties in that second period. You and I had talked about at the end of the first, wow, a pretty clean period. Dodge County using their athleticism and just their speed overall to take the lead and get that 3-0 win or 3-0 lead after the first. Would have liked to see that play continue as opposed to 7 penalties. Not all on Dodge County, I understand that, but don't want to see it get totally out of hand, especially when we enter the third period.
No, but yeah, it did look like Dodge County were hunting for hits a little bit more in that period than they were late in the second. They got back to that what they started off the game with, looking to be more physical. I don't know if that was a message in the locker room or not. I certainly wouldn't think that would be it when they have such a big lead. But coming out here in the third, you got a tired Austin team. They played last night. They got a short bench. I mentioned that earlier. Just don't be cute with it. Just get pucks deep, score a few more goals. Pad your stats if you want, but don't go looking to send a message. I don't know what message you think you're going to send.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, especially, as you said, with a short-handed Austin club that played last night. Probably tired of losing after 11 straight for Coach Merritt and company for the Austin Packers, trailing then 9-1 as we'll get started with the third period here shortly. For Austin, they're in the Big 9 Conference, in case you're wondering about that Big 9 Conference, because, well, let's be honest. I went through a lot of my notes already, so this is what I have left. Century is leading at 10-0. 10-0 is their record in conference. Then Owatonna, Northfield, Mankato West, and Albert Lee. That's top 5. Bottom half, Faribault, Mankato East, Mayo, Winona Cotter, Red Wing, John Marshall, and then Austin. So really kind of a 2-team race there with Century and Owatonna. Neither one of those 2 teams in this section for Dodge County. Dodge County in their section have Faribault, Waseca, Albert Lee, Mankato West and East, Winona Cotter, Minnesota River, La Crescent, Leward, and Austin. So you got 3 teams in the Big 9 that has 12 teams. Oh, well, I'm going to confuse you even more if I keep saying that. But Albert Lee, I shouldn't say that. There's even more than that. So out of the Big 9, you have Mankato West, East, Albert Lee, plus Faribault and Austin. So you kind of have like half of this Big 9 conference in this section. So a lot of these teams that Dodge County's played, like Faribault, they met Faribault a couple weeks ago and we covered them. Seeing Austin for the second time this year, I thought they've even played. Didn't they play Albert Lee earlier in the year? That's what they had. No, actually they didn't. Albert Lee, though, was here today to play the JV game. So I was really surprised that they hadn't hooked up the varsity, considering Albert Lee came over just for JV today. But out of their section, they played Minnesota River and won 7-5. They beat Austin earlier in the season. I haven't seen either Mankato team. Century's not in that. So really that's about it. And then Faribault and then Austin again. Don't see anybody from their section later on this season. So out of these teams, not seeing too many section opponents. Just a couple, Austin and Faribault. Surprised, actually, because I know that when we covered the girls, I think they played almost everybody in their section, if not once, twice.
Yeah, they typically they try and play everybody that they can. And well, now we're in trouble. The boss is here.
Yeah, we're in trouble now. Brock Trinan's here.
And they usually can't get the Lakevilles and the Farmingtons on their regular season schedule, but
right.
They try and play more that they can. And Coach Gunderson he has been trying to schedule a more difficult schedule since he's been coaching than the boys typically have, but I think that's changing now. I think that'll change.
Yeah, well, the boys saw some higher and better opponents throughout the season. So, yeah, the girls played Northfield, which is they actually did get Lakeville one of the Lakevilles on their schedule this year too. The girls did, so I'm not sure if it was the one. I don't know if it was South, Lakeville North or South, but yeah. And then in 1A, you got St. Cloud Cathedral at number 1, Hermantown number 2, War Road 3. I never can say that one correctly, so I'll heed you on that one, number 4. Orono. I never say it right, so I went to you. East Grand Forks, number 5. Matamita is number 6. Duluth Denfeld is 7th. Then Alexandria, Delano, and then Little Falls to round out the top 10. So those are the 10 in Class 1A. Well, we'll take a quick timeout, thank our fine sponsors, and come back the third period. We'll be here tomorrow. We've already promoted that. Brock's wondering about section hockey tomorrow. We'll be here. So we'll take a quick break. 9-1, Dodge County leading, and we'll come right back here on KM Activities.
Tradition and excellence are the staple of every project constructed by Bigelow Homes. Jeremy, Joel, Tony, and the rest of the crew deliver homes with innovative and affordable design, building around you and your needs. Bigelow Homes will design and build the home of your dreams with peace of mind and personal touch. Based out of Rochester, Bigelow Homes has housing developments in 10 different communities. Find out what makes Bigelow Homes special by calling 507-529-1161 or visit online at bigelowhomes.net.
This winter sports broadcast on KM Activities is sponsored in part by McKern Financial in Casson and the Casson-Manorville School District. McKern Financial has a new place of business. Stop by and see the new office at 203 West Main Street in Casson. And to keep up with the latest on the KM School District, search KM Schools on Twitter. McKern Financial and the KM Schools are a proud sponsor of the KM Activities YouTube channel.
For 40 years, you've been counting on Bigelow Homes to develop and construct new homes all around southeast Minnesota. Jeremy, Joel, and Tony, along with the rest of the crew, focus on you, making sure every detail is perfect. Bigelow Homes is waiting for your call to assist you in building the home you want. Call 507-529-1161 to discuss your options. More information is also available online at bigelowhomes.net. Bigelow Homes, a proud supporter of the Casson-Manorville Comets.
I'm Brody Lamb with the Dodge County Wildcats, and thank you for joining us on KM Activities.
I'm Nick Warden, head coach for Dodge County Boys High School Hockey. You're watching Wildcat Hockey on KM Activities.
I'm Kennedy Kraus of the Dodge County Wildcats, and you're watching Wildcat Hockey on KM Activities.
We'll run through the liners there. Brody Lamb, you hear him. He's got 4 goals tonight and an assist. 4 goals. Brock is, yep, he is top of the state after tonight. Will lead the state in goals. And then getting Twitter updates from Brock. 24-23. Currently the boys, Casson-Manorville boys basketball team trailing just by 1 against Stewartville over at Stewartville. So I think they do stream. I don't know where it is and how to find it and whatnot. So I guess just do a Google search and blindly click on the Stewartville stream if you can find it on whatever, wherever they do stream. So I have no idea where that is.
Doing the basketball?
They had in the night we were there for volleyball, they did have a stream. So I don't know if they're there every night, if it's sporadic.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I don't think they're as organized as I am. And that's saying something because I'm not that organized. The Wildcats 10 straight wins. That's what they're shooting for tonight. Lead 9-1 over Austin. Lamb would be the leader in the state for goals after tonight with his 4, depending on if in 1A. I have that too. I guess I haven't gone through all my pages yet. Zach Kennett of Red Lake Falls in Class 1A. Him and Brody Lamb were tied at 34 entering tonight. So depending on if Red Lake Falls even played, I don't know that. And I know that one player in 2A had 35 coming into tonight. So Lamb was technically second in the state, tied with Kennett for second in the state in goals. This is just insane, though. I mean, Lamb just played so well. And then in the points-wise for this section, as we've alluded to with their section, Brody Lamb tied with Leighton Liffrig of Mankato East for points with 48. That'll change. Brody will be likely leading the section in points after tonight, picking up those 5 points this evening. So,
yeah, it's very impressive. It's been it's been a while since Dodge County's had a contender for any hockey titles. Not since, I think, Dana Rasmussen and that gang that we had a few years ago here on the girls' side. Dana scored a lot of goals that year. I don't know what she was, but she was way up there. She was consistently second or third in the state for almost the whole year that first year that we started doing hockey. So it's been a while since we've had that kind of, I guess, exposure down here.
Yeah.
So it's going to draw some attention to the program, which is nice.
well, and I would.
He's only a sophomore. There's a lot of sophomores on this team. I mean,
Yes,
how many
there
goals
is.
do we have from sophomores tonight?
Well, that's a good.
Lamb, of course he had 4. Hamill, he's a sophomore.
Yep.
Schutz, did he get one?
No,
Oh.
he has an assist, but then you wait. I'm sorry. Schutz does have a goal. He has 1. See, now I'm even messing him up. Miles Smith, there's another sophomore,
Yep.
and Gauthier, what's he? A senior. Oh, how dare he score a goal? It was almost all sophomores.
Yeah, it's not. There's only what?
And Blaisdell's a junior.
There's only 4 seniors on the whole team, so it's a young team. to
It's a
begin
young
with.
team.
So, yeah, they're going to be set for a few years here if they can stay healthy and keep kids in the program.
Well, and I look at what Lamb's doing and scoring all these goals and making a mark in the state, and as you said, kind of putting eyes on this. I'm not trying to compare the two, but I would say this is like, a guy like Patrick Kennedy or Bennett Berge, where they highlight that program for wrestling. I mean, it'd be somewhat similar to that, where the eyes are on the program because of your heavyweight, because of somebody that's dominating so much.
And we're underway here in the third period as Wildcats are leading 9-1. Fresh sheet of ice. Hopefully
Yes.
some rested players, and we'll see what happens here in the third period.
The turn-
Strider's got it. Pass goes up to Smith. He takes a shot that's blocked. Where did that go? Went into the equipment of one of the defenses.
Yeah.
Peyton Nelson is playing hide a puck or something.
Yes, he did.
I didn't know where it went. It was stuck in his glove or something. Face off will be to the left of Clapperick. Comes to the point. Blaisdell takes a shot from the point, was Postier. That one didn't get through. Play comes to the far half wall. Rees got it. Sends it up the ice to Grunwald. Grunwald spins. Backhands this one down to nobody in particular.
He thought a teammate was coming with him.
Wildcats going to gather it in and send this one down off the stick of Isaac. That one was short of center when he sent that one down, so we'll have an icing call with 15:29 here in the third period. Face-off will come down. It'll be on the left-hand side of Gale. If you were wondering, I did look up the Blackhawks are playing the Wild tonight. Wild are leading 1-0.
Okay.
If you're interested.
Got a little NHL
There's a
action
shot
going
right
on.
off the face-off, a strong shot. That puck is just sitting there, and we got a goal for the Packers.
Oh, yep.
As the puck couldn't be covered up by Dale. It gets poked home by number 13, Roger Olson. That was kind of a Interesting play right out the faceoff. There was a strong shot that Dale saved, and it went behind the net. It came around to the far side on a wraparound attempt, and it just kind of sat there, and Dale couldn't quite get it covered up.
No, he couldn't.
And allowed the Packers to poke it home for their second goal of the night. Wildcats now leading 9-2 as Waleski comes in on the attack. The left circle. Puck's poked away from him. The goal scorer, Olsen, gets it back. He can't control. Neither can Waleski. Now it comes back to McPeak. He'll send a pass that's through everybody. That'll go in on net.
Assisted by number 24, Jose Lopez. That's Olsen from Lopez. Time to goal, 1:10 in the third period.
So you heard the call there. Roger Olsen gets the goal on the assist from Jose Lopez. Face off to the left of Klapperick. It's a shot from the point that's tipped on goal. He'll hold on, making a nice stop there. 13:38 to go. Face off will be to his left. This will be Donovan in against Grunwald. Play controlled by. There's a nice centering attempt by Lamb that goes across to Waleski. He has a strong shot on goal, but Klapperick is up to the task. He'll hold on, and we'll get another stoppage of play.
They're running continuous clock.
Lamb controls, gets it up to the point for McPeak. That one's off a shin pad in front. Waleski gets the puck back, and that's sticked up into the netting as Klapperick makes another save.
Another nice stop by Klapperick there from McPeak from the point. I didn't know if he was actually going to see that because it went through the legs of the defender standing right in front of him.
Two people that went through and got all the way in on him. I said he's playing hard. He's not giving up. Puck's poked out to center ice. Packers get it there. That's poked off with a stick of Grunwald. Right to Egner. Egner now gains the Wildcat zone. He gets shouldered off the puck by two Wildcats and sent down the ice. Nelson gathers it in. That's off of the skate. Into the corner. Purdue. He can't get anything going. Now Purdue gets it back for the Wildcats. Sends it to the point. Over to McPeak. McPeak sends one well wide of the net. Purdue gets it back. That one's from the point. The Dodge County player had to duck to get out of the way of that one. I think that was Connor Preston. Grunwald has it now.
Might see Coach Warden going deep into the to the bench too, which will be good. Get everybody some playing time.
That puck was off the defender's stick and into one of the banners. And we mentioned, the sophomores that we have on the squad. They've been playing together for a while, so they were the South Region champions. I was just looking at the banner over there in Bantam all together. There's a backhand attempt that goes over the net. So they want to wreak some havoc. They've been looking forward to getting to this varsity level for a while. Now Sprider has it behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Gets it over to Smith. Smith sends it out front. That's through. There's a slap shot attempt off the stick of Hamill. Comes out to center ice. Ethan Dale has it. Steps around one. Pokes it up to Gauthier. Gauthier's got some room. He shoots. That's into the 5-hole, but not through. Klapperick stops that one. Now up to 44 shots that he's seen tonight.
Going off of what you were talking about, you can tell with the group that is out there with those sophomores, they know exactly where they are on the ice. They know exactly where the teammates are. They fill the gaps nicely. That's why you have so many of those cross-ice passes that we saw earlier by Lamb. I think they might have had 4 or 5 chances if those were even connected off of a stick earlier in the game. This could have been 13-2 easily if some of those were on a stick in front of the net, and I think that goes back to what you're talking about with the Wildcats, just how good they have been as a group, that sophomore group, and how skilled they are.
There's a shot that goes wild. And this puck is chopped out of play into the netting, and we'll get another face-off.
Boy, there's a young kid that just walked by with about 6 pixie sticks, and it is 8:43 at night. I don't know, man. That kid might be bouncing off the wall at 11:30.
You'll have to remind me to tell you the story sometime of when I was working overnights at a country radio station in Fargo, North Dakota, about a phone call I got at like 3 o'clock in the morning from some 8, 9-year-olds. It was very interesting. It had heavily to do with pixie sticks. Off the face-off, Blaisdell sends this cross ice into the corner, into the Packers zone. Packers can't get it out. The puck comes up front for Blaisdell as he was shooting down the slot. He can't get it to go home. Another save by Klaprick. Donovan sends this one down deep. Waleski working in against Nelson. He gets the puck free. Lamb gets it there. Another centering attempt. That one's cut off by Kruger. Kruger banks this one, but not out. Lamb's got it again into the high slot. Got some room. Makes room on one. Looking for a centering attempt. Nice stop by Kruger. Comes in to save his goalie. This puck does come out to center ice, and Lamb gets it there. Blaisdell sends it across to Lamb. It's a little bit hoppy over his stick, and he just can't get there.
Oh, I thought that touched his stick prior to going into the zone.
That bounced over the top, they're going to say.
Clock.
So we'll have a icing stoppage of play. 7:40 to go here in the game. 9-2 in favor of Dodge County. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there.
No, you're fine. That's all I was going to mention was the clock's moving. You're covering it. I don't know why I'm here.
You're the important one. I can't set this stuff up.
Well, we will have Coach Warden with us afterwards. We're going to get a coach interview with him. We'll shut off the stream for the ball game and then have Coach Warden step up here, and he'll have to stand in the hot seat. Wow. Blaisdell?
No, it was number 22. He's not on my program.
Oh, I saw I'm sorry. Alex Kermsey.
Kermsey.
I saw the 2. I didn't see the other 2.
He was in on the forecheck, and the puck just got away from the Packers, and Kermsey was the only one in there, and the puck bounced away from the defense of the Packers, and Kermsey fought his way to the front of the net and put one right through the arm of Klaprick. Wildcats now up 10-2.
See, there I stepped on you.
Yeah, you didn't step on anything. That happens all the time.
True.
At 10 minutes of the third period, number 22, Alex Kermsey.
Kermsey that's unassisted. Kermsey, second goal of his career.
Packers now look to break out. That pass is going to go all the way down through everybody.
We did see 2 Wildcats with the first career goals tonight, Miles Smith and Easton Hamill. What do they do with the puck then? I mean, I know they took it off ice, but did you keep your first goal ever?
No. You don't typically do that in the beer league.
Well, that's true.
You can, I guess.
I meant in high school. Did you not play in high school?
No. We
Oh, that's right. You didn't have it.
No, we didn't have high school.
I forgot.
We were basketball and football. That's our. Now this puck squirts out front. Klaprick tries to cover it up, but it squirts all the way out here to center ice. Ethan Dale's going to gather this in. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Running clock here now. These 2 players collide. And here comes Dunlap with it. He can't get it out. Dale spins. Gets some help from Sprider, but he backhands this one up into the netting. We'll get a stoppage.
It stayed there.
Those nettings have taken a beating today.
Yes, they have.
Face-off will come right down here in front of us.
Oh, shoot.
Just outside the Packers zone.
10-2. But the score bug down there is wrong. Next stoppage, oh, there you go. See? Why'd they even say anything?
Hamill tries to bring that in, but he comes in offside, and we'll have another face-off. This one will be over on the far side in front of the Packers bench. Just a bit over 4 minutes to go here. Austin did manage to get a goal this third period off a face-off win. A shot, a wraparound, and then a poke into the net. Wildcats, though, quickly added another one. And here's Blaisdell with it at center ice. Sends it in, takes a shoulder for his efforts. Rogney can't control it. And Blaisdell gets it back and sends it down deep. Rogney in the forecheck with Giesler. Giesler can't control it. And Egner gets it out for the Packers. It's cut right back in. There's a shot from way outside. And Kleprick holds on.
You were 100% correct about how quickly that it turned with the Packers scoring. It was 10 seconds later, Lamb had scored. So, yeah, very, very quick turnaround earlier in the third period.
Face off to the left of Kleprick. There's a shot. Quick shot off the stick. I didn't see who had that one. Number 13, Caleb Purdue. Right on goal. Kleprick makes the stop. Egner backhands to his defensive partner. He'll chip it out. Just going to go by everybody. And they are going to say no icing as the Wildcats got there first. Purdue can't hold on to it. Packers get it down behind the net. Peppers got it there, gets it up to the point. There's a shot that's off a stick in the leg and up to the half wall. Wildcats get it out to center ice, but that's as far as they get. Now comes Blaisdell with it. Gathers it in. Takes it wide. Chips this one behind the Packer net. Wildcats keep it in, send it back behind the net. And Blaisdell's on it first. Looking to center it. Gets it out front. There's a shot that's off a shin pad. Blaisdell's got it back. Walks the line nicely. Takes a slap shot that's about 2 feet wide. Comes to the far side. Postier, he can't hold on. Austin looked to have a counterattack, but at the end of a long shift there, they couldn't get anything going. Now here come the Wildcats, one-on-one. Shot in and out of the glove of Kleprick. Nice step off the stick of Smith. Miles Smith with a head of steam just off the bench.
End up in the goalie netting.
You know, I don't really like these black numbers that they've got on their shoulders because it's really hard to read from this far.
Yeah, the black, yeah, you really have to look at just their back. Yeah, and that's the thing. So covering, not that I go on the long tangent or anything. We only have a minute left anyway, but one thing that I have said about volleyball is I want the girls to wear numbers on their sleeves. I want the additional numbers on because you know how many girls have long hair in volleyball, and you can't even see their number on their back. So I like the fact that on the hockey jersey they have it on their shoulder pad, but you're 100% correct. It is a little tough to read when
they're on the far side of the ice, those black numbers on that dark blue, it's hard to read. They have a white outline, but it's still, with the netting, it's kind of hard. But
the worst is by far the girls. I think the girls wear a blue with a very white outlining of their numbers. So the total number is the same jersey, or same color as the jersey. So you just have an outlining of the number. It's not great.
10 seconds to go here in the game. Wildcats up 10-2. There's a shot off the side of the net. Four players battle for it. We got 2 seconds. One. And you'll hear the buzzer here as the Wildcats emerge victorious, beating Austin Packers 10-2 here tonight on the strength of 48 shots to 11.
17-5 now, 10 straight wins for Dodge County Wildcats. and we could spend an hour talking about horrible jersey numbers, Steve. I have plenty of horror stories when it comes to that.
Well, sometimes the girls' ponytails do cover up their number on the back. But
I had a white on white. White number, white jersey. And just an outlining.
Would you classify that as this is a first world problem? I don't even know.
It's a broadcaster's problem. That's what it is. Well, let's run through just the third period was just Olson for Austin. He ended up getting the goal, Roger Olson. And then Kermsey got the second one in the third period to make it 10-2. So Kermsey, that was unassisted. That was about the 10-minute mark with the clock running. But a dominating performance by Dodge County. We kind of figured that would be the case with a team that has struggled and only found one win all season with Austin. Dodge County came out. It was a less physical game than the first time these two teams played, and I think good sportsmanship between the two teams. Didn't see anything as far as retaliating from their previous games.
Yeah, it could have easily gotten out of control, especially with some of the early hits that were happening from, mostly from Dodge County. They were really initiating in that first period, and then early in the second period as well. But I think the refs did a nice job of calling the penalty. Well, the penalties that there were a couple of ones that were kind of iffy, could have been called or not called, but for the most part, they did a good job. I think I saw them talking to benches and in between some whistles and giving them some instructions, so I think they did a good job keeping things under control. And I think it showed pretty much what we expected tonight. Wildcats used their speed and skill to head up and down the ice as fast as they could. Put a lot of pressure on the goaltender for the Packers, and man, he made a lot of nice saves.
Yes, he did.
That poor kid played last night. I didn't see how many shots he had last night, but what do you have? 44 here tonight.
Correct.
And it's just it's tiring. Maybe I'd let him skip school tomorrow if I was his parents.
True. 39 saves last night.
39 saves, and they lost, 8-2?
Yes, 8-2.
Okay.
So 39 saves, he's
about
47 shots.
So there you have it. So he's had busy 2 nights, and he hung in there.
He did.
He was making saves late.
There's only so much you can ask from the kid, too, and from Clapperick. But, the Dodge County Wildcats 17-5 win tonight 10-2 over Austin, and they'll host Southwest Christian Richfield coming up on the 8th. That'd be Saturday. And then they have Somerset here on the 11th. And that is the game we will be covering.
Yes, we're scheduled for that one.
Yes, we are.
Our final regular season broadcast.
Right, yes.
From there on out, it's all audio only.
Right, correct. We will have the audio of tomorrow night's Dodge County versus John Marshall section game coming up tomorrow night. And then if they win, we would have them again on Saturday. If I recall. I'm almost positive it's on Saturday. I don't recall the time, but that's what we would have coming up for you hockey fans. So if you want to tune in, like I said, tomorrow we'll have Coach Gunderson. I think he and I are scheduled for a 5:30 interview prior to that John Marshall game. So we'll have that one right here on KM Activities. Then Thursday we'll have a day off, and there's a lot going on. I'll just have the day off. But on Thursday, I'll go to our fine sponsor, McKern Financial, to get my taxes done. And then on Friday night, we'll have basketball for you. Girls and boys. Girls varsity doubleheader with Pine Island. Girls, boys start at around 5:50. Pine Island is hosting that one, so I'll be heading over there to their place. And then, like I said, girls section hockey would be Saturday night at 7 p.m. as long as the girls win on Wednesday, and we'll keep covering them. Hopefully you'll be available to help us out with the play-by-play. If you're not on Saturday,
I will
check
my schedule.
That's okay. I mean, I'll have to take care of it. and fumble my way through. But
Fumble,
10-2.
You've been doing this a long time. You know what you're doing.
I've heard you enough to get some good tips, that's for sure, when it comes to hockey. Well, thank you very much, Steve, for joining us once again. 10-2, Dodge County wins tonight. So thank you, sir, and I'll get to see you again tomorrow night.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Here on KM Activities, I'm Joel McCall.